Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy 2019. I am so excited for this year to start. I took a brief hiatus from YouTube to regroup my life and end out the year with my family, and now I am so excited to really kick this channel into gear and have a wonderful 2019. So today I'm going to start a new series that I'm going to be doing, and this is a series about modeling, how I have reached the point that I am at today, and how you can get started in modeling if that is something that you're aspiring to do. So today my topic is how to start a modeling career from scratch. And this is exactly what I did. I started a modeling career from scratch, and now I'm a professional model working in New York City. And you can do it too. And I am going to be telling you how. So before I tell you how you can get started on your modeling career, I'm going to give you a little backdrop on my modeling career and how it began and how I've developed it to the point that I'm at today. So I wanted to be a model since I was 11 years old. When I was 11, I started watching America's Next Top Model, as I'm sure most American girls did at that time, and I was instantly obsessed with the show. I watched it pretty much every new episode that came out every day, and I would walk in my living room, pretend to be a model, practice my walk, and I always had big dreams of moving to New York and modeling since I was 11 years old. But I was from Tallahassee, Florida, which is a very small town with absolutely no modeling scene. For me, it was not easy to get a modeling career started, as it might not be for you if you live in a place that doesn't have a large modeling scene. But that doesn't mean that you can't be a model, because I made it happen and so can you. So I started college at Florida State University in 2012, I believe. Yep, 2012. And when I first got to school, I learned about the Collegiate Marketing Association there. So we have a big fashion department at FSU, and they would put on fashion shows every semester. And that is actually the first fashion show that I ever did, was with CMA at FSU. It was a very small fashion show with student designs, but basically it was the first time I walked the runway, and I've never felt more adrenaline, and like I've been waiting for that moment my entire life. So I worked with the CMA at FSU. I did their fashion shows every semester. So then I started to reach out to photographers in Tallahassee and had a few of them shoot me in more of an editorial kind of backdrop with editorial outfits and editing, and that was kind of the first time I did photo shoots, was during my time at FSU. So after 4 years of modeling at college, and around the city of Tallahassee, I probably got paid once in a 4-year period of modeling. So I decided that that wasn't going to work for me. So I thought, well, what's the nearest big city to Tallahassee that might have some sort of modeling presence? And I did some research on the computer, and Orlando, Florida was the closest place that has some agencies and some work to do. So once I graduated from FSU, I moved to Orlando, and that's where I started a professional modeling career. I started this career by going to an open call at BMG Models, which is a national modeling agency based in the largest cities of the US. New York, Miami, and Orlando, those Florida offices are together. LA, Chicago, you know, all the major hubs. And so I signed with them, and then I started my modeling career in Orlando. By the way, if you want to know more about how to sign with an agency, I'll be doing that in another video, so stay tuned in the next week or so, and I will be putting that up as well. But then, so I was living in Orlando. I got my new agency, my first time signing with a big agency. I was extremely excited. My agent started training me with my walk because, you know, I didn't exactly know what I was doing. But they perfected my walk with me. I did my first big full photo shoot which was like a full day shoot. It was styled. I had full hair and makeup and a extremely well-known photographer, and it was very exciting. So I did that. I got comp cards made. I got headshots, and I will also be doing more videos about how to do all of that as well. And then I started modeling a lot of bridal and doing some big fashion weeks in the Florida, Orlando, Tampa area, and I absolutely loved it. And so then after a few months of doing that, I booked a New York Fashion Week show, even though I was living in Orlando, my very first show ever. So I flew to New York. I did my first fashion week. It was incredible. And while I was in the city, I visited some more agencies and signed with my second agency, which is Model Management Group, MMG. They're a extremely large commercial agency in New York City. They are who I'm with today. And they said, well, it's time for you to move up here and start modeling in New York. And I said, all right, let's do it. So I moved from Orlando to New York, and I'm now living the life of a commercial model in the city. And it is the most rewarding and fun experience I could have ever asked for. So I took my life from a little small town and turned it into a modeling career that I always dreamed of. So it is very doable, and you can do the same if this is your dream, and let me tell you how, okay? If you live in a small town and there is no modeling scene in your town, start doing some research about the larger cities near you. You know, Orlando was 4 hours from Tallahassee, but for me, if I wanted to make modeling work for me, I was going to have to move. And I'm gonna tell you right now, modeling will not happen for you if you're not in the right place. Location is everything. If you want to be a model, move to the largest city next to you, or learn how to commute to that city, or move to one of the major hubs in your country. If you're in the US, move to LA or New York, or if you're in a different country, move to the modeling hub of that country. Because you cannot become a professional model if there is no work where you are. So the first step is to commute to a big city or move to a city. The next step is to research agencies. So agencies are great because they get you the larger work. This does not mean that you should rely entirely on your agent. You also need to keep your career in your own hands. I have my agency, and then I also have a website. It's called Backstage.com, and this is where I get a lot of my modeling and some acting work on my own. Some of my biggest jobs I have gotten on my own because the agencies are very busy and they put as much effort into your career as they can, but they're also managing lots of other people who have their careers as well. So it is very important to keep your career in your own hands. So now you're in a bigger city, you can find an agent, which I will tell you how to do in another video. Get a website such as Backstage or Casting Networks. Get yourself on this website and constantly submit for work. The more involved you are in your own career, the more you will do, and that is just the truth of modeling. And then after that, maintain your shape, maintain practice. It is so important to keep practicing your walk and posing as much as possible. Just as with everything else, practice makes perfect. And also keep shooting. So I also do a bit of Instagram influencing, which is also very helpful for a modeling career. So I am constantly shooting with photographers in my area to keep up my photo shoot skills, make new connections in the industry, and also get content for my Instagram, which is a huge part of my modeling career as well. So this is how you can start a modeling career. The biggest step and the biggest tip that I have for you is just to get out there and do it. Stop making excuses and, you know, make your dreams come true. It is very viable. So once again, little recap. Go to a big city near you or a big city for modeling. Find an agent, do your research, go to open calls, find an agency. Get on a website such as Backstage or Casting Networks. There are other ones as well that are just as good. and find casting calls in your area. And also, you know, keep up the practice, keep up shooting, and with all of that, you can have a modeling career too. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will be adding more videos, more instructions, and more tips in the videos to come. So keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys.